Let's go. Let's go. We got the LSU helmet, the Space Jam swag. Are you kidding me? And at the end of the video, I'm going to share what's in this bag. Yes, this Walmart sack. There is some magic in there. But today, LSU football fans, I want to dive into this question. How is LSU going to respond losing 14 NFL draft picks? So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. And as always, subscribe, because this is going to be one of the deepest, funnest, thought-provoking LSU podcasts on the web. Let's go. So I threw this question out on Twitter. What does Patrick Peterson, Devin White, LaRon Landry, and the legendary Brady James all have in common? And of course, they were all amongst the greatest LSU Tigers ever. But it's something actually pretty weird. I have to shout out Cody Bush, and NOLA 2013. They were the ones that got it right. LSU went on to win the SEC championship without those four players. In fact, the year after they left. So what does that mean? Did LSU get better without them? Yeah, they did. But it's not because they left. It's actually because not as many Tigers went with them. Since 2003, LSU has averaged well over 6 NFL draft picks per year. But even if you take the 14 draft picks out from last year, LSU still averages about 6 NFL draft picks per year. Take 2003, for instance. Brady James left, but only 4 Tigers total was drafted. Then in 2007, when LSU won the national championship again, yes, they lost LaRon Landry, and they also lost Jamarcus Russell, Buster Davis, and Dwayne Bowe all in the first round, but LSU in total only had 5 NFL draft picks. In 2011, when they won the SEC championship again, only 6 draft picks, about their average. And then in 2019, the greatest LSU team of all time, undefeated, you know it, they only had 3 NFL draft picks from the year before: Devin White, Foster Moreau, and Greedy Williams. And the 3 draft picks in 2019 actually tied for the fewest draft picks for LSU, along with 2005, since 2003. And honestly, it makes sense. You know, most NFL draft picks are multiple year starters, and it's hard to just come in and replace that level of talent. But, you know, you don't just measure success with national championships and SEC championships. Most of you consider LSU winning 10 games a year actually a pretty good year. So, let's dive deeper into the numbers. LSU has had 8 draft picks 3 times, and in those 3 years, they averaged 9 wins. And that's good for most programs, but at LSU, not acceptable. LSU has produced 7 NFL draft picks 7 times. In those years, they averaged 9.2 wins. The more NFL draft picks, the less likely LSU is to reach 10 wins. So in those 4 SEC championship years, LSU averaged 4.5 draft picks lost. Since 2013, LSU has won 11 games 7 times, and they average 4.8 NFL draft picks lost per year, a full pick lower than their average. And in those 7 years, LSU lost 11 draft picks. Only once were they able to win 11 games. That was in 2006. And they were aided because in 2005, Hey, babe.
Hey, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm finishing my LSU podcast. Can I come after that?
Sure.
Go Tigers.
Can you just come now, Carter Ashton?
Okay, here I come.
Hurry up now.
Okay. Anyway, LSU's had one 11-win season after losing 7 or more picks, and that year was 2006, and they were aided in 2005 by only losing 3 picks, which tied with 2019 as the lowest amount of picks. Since 2003, LSU has won 10 games 11 times, which is ridiculous. 11 times in the 18 seasons, LSU has produced at least 10 wins. The average amount of draft picks lost, 5.4. So, below their 6-pick average. And LSU only had 3 10-win seasons where they had 7 or more picks. So how does LSU respond losing 14 players? Well, that's the beauty of college football. We don't know. There's so much unprecedented stuff happening in the world. We don't even know how LSU's even going to prepare for a season, if we're even going to have a season. So it's not out of the question that LSU can win 10 or 11 games or even go back to the college football playoff. In order for you to get there, you need to at least win 11 regular season games, and then on top of that, actually win the SEC championship. So, the 3 years LSU has won 11 regular season games, that is 2003, 2011, and 2019, they had a grand total of 13 draft picks lost. LSU had more just in this past draft alone. So, in closing, if Edwards-Helaire is able to take this group of Tigers to the playoff, he's the greatest coach in LSU history, no questions asked. And I'm going to be honest, it's not out of the question, even though the numbers says it is out of the question. So subscribe, let me know what you think on Podbean, but most importantly, subscribe on YouTube. Spread the word of this podcast. We're working so hard to provide unique takes on LSU football. And don't forget to check out my work with Chad Sports, a lot of LSU recruiting. We answer your questions over there, so it is quite the good old time. So for those that want to know what's in the Walmart sack, does anybody remember these things? Oh yeah, the headliners. You see the fade on Penny? Look at that. Will it focus right? I don't know if it's going to focus on that fade. Look at it. Oh man. These Magic uniforms were the best. Anyway, I am launching a new sports nerd collecting channel coming up, and it's going to be so much fun. And these things are actually what's in the bag. Headliners. My mom found all these headliners from my childhood, and we're going to open these. We're going to share some of the best sports memorabilia that I've been able to be around. And we're going to give a lot of cool stuff away, including this. The catch autographed. Yes. Odell Beckham Jr., the greatest catch in NFL history. Authentic autograph. We're going to be giving that away on my new channel. More info on that coming up. So make sure you stay tuned for that, okay? And if I launch the channel down the road, I'll just throw a link in the comments. Why not? So, let me know what you think. Come on, comment below. Let's have a discussion. It is Power Hour LSU. Boom! 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 Oh, yeah, I got to go pick up my girlfriend. She is not going to be happy, but